If Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, social media disappeared tomorrow, would you still have a way to reach your audience? Because here's the reality: ad costs are climbing, tracking is breaking, and results feel more unpredictable than ever. I keep hearing the same thing over and over. Our ads used to work. Now nothing performs like it used to. And while most people are blaming the algorithm or those iOS updates, there's a quiet group doing something totally different. They're not chasing every new trend or throwing more money at ads. They're focusing on something they actually own.
Welcome to Marketing Trends Now. I'm Katie Brinkley, a social media strategist who's been in the game for over 2 decades. And I'm a business owner just like you. If you want to stay ahead of the algorithm without burning out, I've got you. I know you've got a business to run, so I'm going to keep it short, smart, and worth your time. Let's dive into today's episode.
You know what I hear from a lot of business owners right now is that ad costs are up, tracking is a mess, and results are completely unpredictable. And if you've been saying this, you are not alone, because while most people are pointing fingers at the dreaded algorithm or Apple's latest iOS update, there is a quieter group that is doing something totally different. And they're not chasing every new platform. They're not praying a pixel magically finds the perfect buyer for them. They're focusing on the one thing that never went out of style, but suddenly matters more than ever: their owned data. And for most of you, that starts with something that you already have, but probably aren't using nearly as well as you could. We're talking about your email list. And today we're going to be talking about the data shift that's changing digital marketing and why your email list just became your most valuable marketing asset. All right, let's get into it. So over the last few years, privacy changes have completely rewired how online marketing works. Stricter privacy laws, third-party cookies are disappearing, and Apple has made it nearly impossible to track people across apps. If you've opened your ad dashboard lately and thought, this used to make way more sense, well, that's why. For years, marketers relied on third-party data. So pixels quietly followed people around the internet. Ad platforms stitched together your behavior, and we picked up broad targeting and hoped the algorithm would figure it out. And you know what? All of this worked great until it didn't. Now, the businesses that are still clinging to old methods, they are paying more to get less. But the ones who have shifted, the ones who are building around owned data, they are seeing a higher ROI, lower customer acquisition costs, and the most important thing, more control. So let's make it practical. How can you start using this week in your business? You've probably heard these words thrown around before: first party and zero party data. What does that mean in plain English? So first party data is the data that you collect yourself. So that is email addresses from your opt-ins, purchase history from your store, website behaviors, what people actually click and what they view, engagement in your own community or events. Zero party data is what your audience tells you directly. Think a question on your sign-up form like, what are you struggling most with right now? A quiz result that helps you segment by stage. A preferences page where people choose what they want to hear about. So in short, first-party data is what you observe. Zero-party data is what your audience shares. And honestly, both are gold because you own it. You can use it across multiple platforms, all the platforms, and you're not depending on some pixel that might disappear tomorrow. This is the foundation of modern marketing: real data, real consent, and real relationships. We've talked about your email list many times on this show, and, it's getting a little bit of a promotion. So let's talk about your email list, because this is where, honestly, it all comes together. For a lot of small business owners, the email list has always been just an afterthought. You send a newsletter whenever you remember. You mostly talk about sales and promotions that you have coming up. And then you spend way more energy on social than email. And you might be sitting here thinking, well, wait a second, Katie, why are you going all in on email for this episode? Don't you own a social media agency? Yes. Social media is one part of the online experience, one part of the digital marketing giant jigsaw puzzle. And your email list is the most direct line to your audience. There's no algorithms, there's no rented followers, there's no guessing games. It is 100% how you build relationships that convert on your terms. When your email list is done right, you can lower your cost to acquire customers, you can increase how much each person spends over time, and you can make every ad dollar more effective because you are targeting warm leads. The brands that are winning right now aren't just quote unquote growing their list, they are using their list strategically. So let's talk about how you can do that, even if you're starting small. If you have never collected any data, you might be thinking, how do I do this? I don't want to be creepy and it sounds super complicated. This is where a lot of entrepreneurs freeze up. They hear the word data strategy and they start thinking they need, a data scientist or a 20-step funnel. And honestly, you don't. You need to collect slightly better data in a few smart places. So here are 4 easy spots to start from. Number 1, your main opt-in form. Don't just stop at name and email. Add one smart question. What best describes you? Or what are you focused on right now? Or where are you at in your journey? Starter, growing, scaling? This one extra question gives you an instant segmentation power later in your email campaigns. Number 2, your thank you page. After someone opts in, don't just say thanks. Use that moment to ask, what's your biggest challenge with X right now? Or send them to a short quiz that helps you tag them by interest. And then the post-purchase surveys. Ask 1 or 2 questions after checkout. What almost stopped you from buying? Or what are you hoping this helps you with? These answers will help you write your future emails. And last but not least, number 4, email engagement. Pay attention to who opens, who clicks, and who ghosts. You don't need a ton of fancy software for this. Your email platform gives you that data. And a lot of people, maybe it's MailChimp. I personally use High Level. If you're ever interested in talking about High Level, send me a message. Happy to talk about it with you. Use these platforms to look at who your audience is and who's engaging with your emails. And honestly, simple segments work. You don't need 25 segments in a giant flowchart. You just need a few clear groups that you can talk to differently. So here are 4 that work in almost every business. Number 1, new subscribers, right? People who just joined in the last month. The goal is to welcome them, set expectations, and help them get a quick win. Number 2, first-time buyers. They bought once, right? And then they vanished. Turn that first purchase into a second. Number 3, the VIPs or the high-value buyers. They buy more often, they spend more, they engage constantly. The goal for this is to reward them, nurture them, invite them deeper. And of course, the people, the ghosts, the ones who have lapsed, they haven't opened in a while, they've gone quiet. The goal for these people is to re-engage them with something personal and relevant. That's it. Just with those 4 segments, your list stops being a pile of names and starts being a real revenue-driving asset. So, what can you do this month? Let's get 3 simple campaigns that you can start implementing with the data that you already have. So the first campaign could be an orientation series. So for new subscribers, instead of just dropping new people straight into your newsletter, send a 3 to 5 welcome series. So introduce your brand, share your best content, and offer a next step. This builds trust fast and keeps people engaged from day one. The second campaign that you can do is the We See You offer. So for first-time buyers. So send a short sequence, 60 to 90 days after their first purchase. Show them how to get more out of what they bought. Then offer something relevant to take them to the next step. It's not personalized, it's not pushy. And then the third email campaign that you can start this month is the Still Here For You check-in. So these are the people that haven't opened in a while that you want to just make sure that they're still interested. Find the people who haven't opened an email in the past 90 days. Send a short human message. Hey, we missed you. Are these still the topics you want to hear about? Give them something genuinely helpful, not just a coupon code. You might lose a few subscribers, but the ones who stay, that's your best audience. And those are the ones that are going to stick around and buy from you. So email, it's been around from the AOL, you got mail. And I want you to rethink about how you are nurturing your email list. It's moving from the headspace of, I hope the algorithm shows my content to the right people, to I'm building systems to reach the right people directly. That's the game. Because when you own your data, your social media strategy has purpose. It drives people into your ecosystem. Your ads work better. It's fueled by first-party insights. And your email list stops just collecting dust and starts driving revenue. Every trend that we talk about on Marketing Trends Now builds on this foundation. And honestly, AI, it works better with solid data. Retention strategies work better with segmentation. SEO works better when you own your audience relationship. It all connects. It's all a part of that giant jigsaw puzzle. So here's your action step for this week. Pick one of these and actually do it. Add a smart question to your opt-in form. Build a 3 email welcome sequence, or just send a check-in to your entire list of first-time buyers. You don't need to rebuild your entire funnel. You just need to start treating your data like the asset that it is. Your email list, it isn't just a list. It is the engine that powers every part of your marketing. Until then, keep your marketing smart, strategic, and always on trend.